Hey folks, welcome back to these two. I see that can blowing in the wind. Why can't I have it? The game, I was really expecting it to have basically told me to get the hell to bed. Or at least figure out where I'm going to sleep tonight, but it hasn't. So I've got a couple errands we're going to try to run. First off, we should see if they'll let us in to see Everard. And if so, tell them that we opened up the apartment. Okay, 3 things. Fuck off. Hey, boya. Boyadero. Mañana. Wait, no. Don't talk to Mañana yet. What am I wearing? What a thing to say. I thought I had... I do. Okay.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
I want to be a boyadero. You have to let me. Why are you striking? We're gonna skip through all the stuff. So not pages. We're gonna reuse our old dialogue options. Tell me about Everard. He's bossing the union. Na, 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 na. Oh, but what if... No. Okay, so I can't go... I have to not go that far? Wait, so not... Da-da, da-da-da. Yeah, I guess you're right, I should. Got the picture. Let me ask you something else. What is this? News of the world? Talk about personal stuff. Get to know him. Wait. I don't even know your name. Other people have referred to you, but I don't know you. Your take on you. Who are you? Call me Mañana. I'm just a humble arbor worker for the past, 7 years. Not a given name for certain. It's a taken name. The kind for artists, or criminals, or revolutionaries and the sort. An alias and nom de guerre. Well met, Mañana. That's a sweet-ass name. A name worthy of the man who holds it, friend. Names are important. Hold on, have you had any other names? Plenty to go around. Don't get greedy and try to swipe mine, though. You've got your own. Do I? So it's nom de guerre? And nom de guerre would be more like Guerra Mañana. Now that we're getting so well acquainted, what's your name? Be honest with him. Honestly? I lost it while drinking, Mañana. Wow! This is mejor. You're like a man born anew. Okay, so, if you can't find it, maybe make up a new one. I've tried that. They don't like what I came up with. Too bad. Can't live in this world without a good name, friend. Important things they are. Vessels of the soul. What's your deal with names, anyway? Is it a spiritual thing, or a philosophical, or more a poetic thing? Any attempt to formulate a grand unified theory about it ends up in the stupidest shit imaginable. Doesn't make it any less true, though. He nods sagely. That means I can't tell you about it. I can only show you. You may understand in time. Or not. But it might be easy enough. Fair enough, seems interesting. Words guide our life. We commune with each thing through its word. Every word is also a name, is it not? He smiles. Alright then. A man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair. That is high inland empire. Oh, and we have penalties for calling ourselves Inspector Gustav and knowing everyone calls us Harry. Oh. Okay, so I'm not getting that role today. But I am getting that roll, viewers. Good talking to you. Let's run. I am gonna get that. Uh-huh. No man matches Measurehead, except this old drunk.
Your race descent has temporarily halted, but you will fall again.
I mean... I don't need to internalize it, and I'll at least get XP from the thought? Question mark? Why can't I show him the ID card that Everard gave us? I don't know. Hey, don't be an asshole to your fellow dock worker. The man looks at you, silent and unmoving. His eyes burrow into the remnants of your soul. You are not Santiago. Santiago is not you. Even the frenetically impaired can see this. I mean, it's free XP, but I don't need it. Let me in. Sneak out after he's gone to sleep? I certainly haven't planned anything like that. Still locked. I really should have left the coat on the railing so I'd be able to jump off the railing. Ah, hindsight. We'll get to see Leo. Hey, it's late enough. Is there anybody in there? Nah, we're good. Oh, no, keep. I swear, I am going to make an auto run for this game. Can't be that hard of a mod. I have more suggestion. Does that help? Oh, it's rhetoric. Alright. Then no, I guess having more suggestion doesn't help a rhetoric check. Hey Leo, boss man in? Even though it's 9:20? Wow, you got a workaholic here. Alright, Everard, we did some of your dirty work.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you're already sat on that chair.
Mr. Dubois. Hey, I opened the door, you asked me. Let's talk murder. I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you? There is no way to sway this man in any direction. He is unsuggestible and unswayable. Just tell the truth. Yeah, I did go inside. Weasel had the flag of the old Crevachol on his wall. Exactly the kind of fascist memorabilia I was expecting. Weasel probably prays to it every night for the downfall of the Union. Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you, Harry, to figure out who killed who and why. He pretends to roll up his sleeves. They don't. Real police work is going to start happening now, I promise you, Harry. This is gonna be good. Yeah, you know what? That's an interesting tie-in, as good as any. You know, there was a collection of colonial mugs there, and I found a similar mug in the trash with the hangman's clothes. Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment. He grabs his head with both hands. Oh, he did. It took me aback. You guys are just light years ahead of me. I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best. Helping people with the power of politics. Yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder? Oh, no. I don't cross paths like that, Kitsuragi. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you. But this weasel might have cleaned up after the killers. Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody living in an actual basement. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right? He imitates bashing somebody with an imaginary baton. Oh, hey, we've got a job in Portland for you. Sorry. Yeah, we'll play it chum along. Because we know we're not serious, and Kim probably does. Ah, that's great, great technique, Everard. You'd make a great sergeant. Would he? I'm not so sure about it. Neither am I, but you know. Oh, you're too kind, Harry. Way too kind. I know I'm not a real police officer. You are! Sometimes I wonder, my man. You said the lynching and the strike are related. How? By now, I'm sure you figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flat caps. Don't ask about fedoras. What do you mean? What's that about fedoras? Never mind. Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries. You mean our victim? He nods gravely. A security contractor. Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire. Game, can you stop mirroring the time I'm living in? Thanks. He performs a motion, as if spraying bullets from a machine gun. Okay. Animated. Come on. No? Okay. I'm talking beasts! Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisud, Semenine, Samaritsa. You name it, they've done it, Harry. Rape it. Killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Oh no. Are there pineapple republics? Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Ravachol into a third world slum, Harry. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do, is kill the village elephant. We have a village elephant? No, Harry. The elephant is metaphorical. And so is the village, but the mercs and their brutality are very real. Go on. Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just moved my container. Wait, they moved the container? Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it. But enough about me and my fun container. These killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them. All hardened commando types, Harry. One of them got downright suicidal. Getting drunk, violent, a little... Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out in trees. By negotiator, you mean Joyce? Harry, he says, completely ignoring Lieutenant Kitsuragi. What you need to realize is we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill. The whole neighborhood is in on it? Potentially, Harry. Potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base. Who exactly did the pushing? There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood. Making sure everything runs smoothly. They're like you guys. Idealistic people. They want to make sure bad things don't happen, and if they already have, well, punishment must follow. So these idealists killed our victim. One day, Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, Harry, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation. Rick, you killed a man. It's probably best if you lay low for a while. You're probably wanted by Harry. Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this? I'm not at all worried about that. These aren't the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinet boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them. Oh boy. I cracked an egg here. How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company? How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding, and I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates. So, you believe these scabs were organized by the security contractor? You said it! Hell! One of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial village elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes. Kim, we've been over this. Come on. You mentioned a lawyer girl. Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy, but hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal. Tell me about Titus Hardy and his crew. Oh, they are simply fine young men. All 7 of them. Exemplary Union members. Always working to advance their position in the local, loyal, socialist democratic movement. Core members! Old Theo used to run them. But things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. You gotta love his initiative, Harry! Interesting. Who's second in command? They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinet and Revachol in mind. Work with them, hell, interview them! But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets. Where can I find them? The Union booth in the Whirling was empty. You know what, Harry? I got a feeling they're gonna show up in full force tomorrow. Lieutenant marked something in his notebook. Do I want to ask him to lean on the Hardys? Is that gonna You know what? I don't think it's necessarily out of line to ask. We've already done one favor for him. and it doesn't make us significantly dirtier than we already are in this interaction. Seems fair. It's the kind of angle, bargain, whatever, that a schmoozing cop would take, especially when he knows that he's in over his head with this man. And actually, that would make it a little more foolhardy of a move to do it when you know you're in over your head. Maybe he's still foolhardy enough to say he thinks he has a grasp on it, even though that little encounter with the chair should have taught him otherwise. Anyway, in the future, I could use your backing. Could you ask the Hardy Boys to cooperate? But of course! It's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk. When you meet this Titus, tell him about this. See what he has to say. Also, Harry, here's 5 real. Wait, why are you giving that to me? I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real. I don't need it. I only wanted you to help me with the Hardy Boys. Oh, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. He pockets it again. But I am willing to share information. Was there anything else, Harry? Good talk. Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez, and of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. Great sadness comes over him. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet. Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't. A man of the left? So you have to be a social democrat. So moralist, nationalist, communist. I'm a money engine. You're right not to trust me. I take care of me. I'm a hustler. I grind. I'm a money engineer, baby. Ting. Perfect, Harry. Haha, perfect. He claps his hands. My vision of the left is not against the companies. It's with the companies. Honestly, what I have in mind is a business proposal. A left-wing business proposal, but still. And what would this entail? Once again, I require nothing illegal or unethical of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta. Kim, what do you think of this? It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful. He studies Everard. As I said, it weighs on me heavily. He bows his head in shame, then looks up and smiles. But once we really get talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing. What are the signatures for? I'm so glad you asked, Harry. The Union is gonna build a modern youth center in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates. You know it's fun to stay at the Modern Youth Center. No, we need a catchier title. Maybe a 4-letter acronym. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry. Where is this place exactly? On the coast, Harry. Across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. Gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry. Water drips from the eaves. A woman looks at her freshly tarred skiff. There's a pair of cavalry boots under the fish in the box, and the wind howls like a vicious spirit. What'll happen to the current occupants? That's the most important thing here, I think. Oh, they're just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings, right next to a fancy new youth center, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie. Fine, if I happen to be there, I can ask them. You bring joy to my little heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here. He hands you an open white envelope. You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadi and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there's some trouble with the water lock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning. Once you have the signatures... Take two. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Roca in La Delta. Then, I know we can do business together. He runs his fingers through his thin hair. Can we go over a few details about the murder yet? No, we can't. A few more things about Joyce. I told Joyce that I met you. It's perfectly okay. Even if you told her everything we've talked about, it's absolutely fine, Mr. Dubois. Alright, let's talk about something else. Let's not talk about something else. Okay. We have stuff. Oh. 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 Let's not get into stuff. Mostly because we are most of the way through this video, and that's gonna be nearly a video unto itself. Maybe we'll do that in our room at the end of the night. Hey, Leo!
Oh, hey, mister. I need to be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larisse said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And a lot of folks really did keep coming back.
Hey, Leo! I had some more questions for you. Hey, Leo! You don't have any more answers for me. Okay. Also, I'm gonna talk about this now. If you really like the music, check out the band British Sea Power. Most of this soundtrack is either taken directly from their songs or readapted from it. Close enough that even the parts that have been re-recorded specifically for this game still trigger copyright content warnings on their previous album. It's close enough. I mean, it's the same people playing mostly the same instruments in the same way. We're not really that surprised. Okay, most people settle for bed after 2100, or not long after. So really, Frit should be closed. But I'm gonna try to go anyway. If I would have been thinking a little more... Oh, those lights are out. Oh! Oh. We were not gonna deposit our Tare. Is she still watching the raincoats? Sure is, but we've got the shivers. It's only 4. But in reality, I'm not going to take any of these. I need a pack of smokes. Thank you. Do I need another pack of smokes? I might. Kim is still here and still watching. So we're doing nothing else.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
Me either, don't worry. Hey, does Frit have a warehouse in the back of the Whirling and Rags? A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does. Come on, give me something to work with here. She looks up from under her brow. Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse, just a little back room here, okay? She turns back to her magazine without waiting for you to respond. Okay, thanks. Bye. Not using Tare. We're gonna go ahead and get the raincoat while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'll take it. I'm not going to try to steal it because even adding our 2 savoir-faire to that would not have necessarily gone well. And we're a police officer. We've got to at least pretend. No, we do believe in doing the right thing if we can. Smokes! 8 in a pack. Oh, there's 4 in a pack and we have 2 packs. These Grad-made cigarettes are remarkable for their high tar content. A favorite of fishermen, police officers, and working men the world over. Now, you notice... Oh, hang on. Part of Frit's army. A transparent plastic raincoat with Frit, sick, written on the back. The package photo shows a group of happy Revacholians dancing in the rain. Ooh, we could do the Malcolm McDowell. There it is, a brave little army in your pocket. The 1st Smokes platoon, 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into the fire for you, sir. Pull one out of the pack. You picked the best one! This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up. Re-become yourself. Smoking is normal, right? We don't entirely know the social mores of the world at this point, but, yeah, light it up. Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants. Wait, why is that not in our inventory? With a flick of the thumb, there's fire. A primal satisfaction. Here we go. The lighter's dark green, disposable. Safety's off. In your case, the safety is always off. What are the repercussions if I do this? Repercussions? There's a high risk of glory with a mild chance of cool genius. Smoking makes you into an intellectual. Everybody knows that. It will help you concentrate a bit, that much is true. Alright, dip that bad boy in the flame and breathe in. And that, I think, is a nicotine molecule. Ooh. Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately. You feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself, the man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back, and he's chill as balls. In the bottom right corner of the screen, now there's a smokes button. Click it to gain +1 to intellect skills. Logic, rhetoric, conceptualization, visual calculus, encyclopedia, drama. This is good before a skill check, but it damages your health. No, not with Kim watching. And besides, we still need to. See, I was part of the theory of smoke 'em if you got 'em. Haha. Wait. Okay, bear with me for a second here. I do have 1 Inland Empire from what I'm wearing. I don't think I have any more. So what's this check now? Probably still abysmal.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Nope. It's 14. And with those minuses, we still can't even get over 12. but it's important. Alright, we could do the drug investigation right now, but I think it is important to worry about what we're going to do to sleep tonight.
It's raining again.
The young woman looks
It
up,
was clear just an hour ago.
saying that at the overladen sky. I have to run. No new dialogue. Alright. Gart, let me upstairs. It's official wow. Wow. Lena?
Hello
Anything new?
again, sweetie.
No? Hey. I see that. Did we just reach through that man? Don't think about it too much. There's a disco ball. We are in our element. How are you still here? Go to work. Or go to strike. There is only one way to awake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth.
Wake up! This is an order! I am the law!
My jaw is not nearly locked enough to properly do the Judge Dredd. The 30-something man slowly lifts his head and gives you a pensive look. Why the yelling, man? You're alive? You looked out for the long count there. Wait, what? I was just sleeping. He seems pissed off. What do you want, officer? Why are you sleeping here while the others are out striking? They got it. Measurehead's got it. He's guarding the gate. I'm just getting some sleep. Or was. The way he says Measurehead implies ultimate trust in this head reckoner's physical prowess. I've got news for you, my man. Tell me about the Wild Pines. That's the name of my employer. I work in logistics. How's it going? How's it going? Haven't you noticed what's going on outside? Of course, it's a total madhouse. Good. You understand the gist of it. We would all be better off without the employers and their employment. For one, I could get some goddamn shut-eye. Right to sleep, I say. See anything interesting in your dreams? Thank God, no.
Was it a fathomless darkness into which we ought to be deferred or interred like corpses to a mausoleum?
I don't know what you're talking about, kind sir, but when I'm out, I'm really out. No corpses, no mausoleums, just quality time.
A little me time in the abyssal pelagic cell. You can never return to it now. Only detective work remains. Wakefulness and detection.
Who's behind organizing the strike? We are. The union. We know what we need. What's rice for us? You mean there's no leader? Oh, okay. I guess there's also Evra. He's in charge of the union. He's smart. Knows how to negotiate. He's got our back. What about the dead body in the yard? Yeah, what about it? I'm just trying to find out what you know about it. I don't need to be that offensive. I already woke this poor dude up. You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch. Another one falls in a manhole. Third one gets eaten by stray dogs. Someone has decided to die on top of a tree. How's it my concern? Someone has to look into it. Looks like it's me. Who's got 2 thumbs and is investigating corpses? Tell me what you know. I can tell you this. Trouble's ahead. You have a pretty solid feeling that the man's not just mouthing off. He's strong, but even he has reasons to be cautious here. The trouble is already here. Or how else would you call a dead man hanging from a tree? They say your guy was a killer, your tree man. He has friends, same as him. Killers. There's only one thing they know well. How to wreak havoc. Tell me, dock worker, how did you get the rest of the room to shut up? Wait, who says that? Everyone. It's a local rumor. How can it be local if you can't even decide what accent you're using? Look, man, I just woke up. Meaning you're not going to get any more information out of me. I just woke up. It was probably his colleagues from the union. You're saying things might get violent around here. You heard what I said. Draw your own conclusions. That's all I know, and I prefer to keep it this way. The lieutenant gives you a little nod, then makes a note in his blue notebook. Point at the bottle. Yours? Indeed. Hey, help yourself to oh, wait, no. It's empty. Sorry about that, pal. Say nothing. He rubs his face before burying it in his hands. You can hear a faint snore. All right. Good night. The dock worker doesn't answer. His head is already back down on the table. In sweet sleep.
Back in the abyss of nothing.
There's no getting him back. Oh, Kim is finally ready to tell us to go the hell to bed. I think.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
I haven't given Gart any money. You should take care of that then. But I don't have it. Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the streets. We'll figure something out. Hang on. What am I what am I wearing? Some khakis? Well, you sound hideous, Harry from State Farm. Alright, I think that's a good setup, maybe.
Can I help you?
So, about the money I owe. Yes. Have you got it? I was wondering if we could come to some sort of arrangement for tonight. Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me? Let's let Kim go through this one. I understand your predicament as the manager. However, I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business. Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking and littering and drinking and smoking the reefer. I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment. Hold on, I still have my key. You can turn it off. It's an electronic lock. We already know this. He implied it earlier. This conversation isn't going anywhere, is it? Not until you bring me the money. Okay. He turns to you with a heavy sigh. I might have something in my motor garage we can use when you're done here. Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here. Peace. Hey, kitchen's free around this time of night. It's a good thing to know. Because reasons. If we really got a bonus to open that container just from talking to that guy for all his dialogue, I love that nonsense in this game world. Alright. What do we got? Talk to you or...
Yes.
or... And that's even with our smoking. Nothing. Alright. All the normal stuff. I have something here we could sell. Look in the back. In the suspect transport enclosure. Transport enclosure? Regular people just call it the cage. Look in the cage. The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark. I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinet Canal. What are those things? They're spinner hubcaps. Frivolous things you can put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them. It's just for vanity. Vanity he wouldn't have minded. Honestly, that sounds like an amazing physics demonstration. What do you mean you confiscated them? A couple weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son. And high. I get it. I would have confiscated them too. They're mesmerizing. That they are. I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back. Did you want to put these spinners on your machine? Oh no, that would be silly. I just... I don't know why I kept them. It doesn't matter. I couldn't put them in this MC anyway. A cop with spinners. That would be outrageous. Outrageously cool. He flashes a smile. Barely visible in the dark. I'm sorry you have to sell them because of me. As I said, they're useless anyway. I should have remembered I have these earlier. You said something about a pawn shop? Yes, there's one 100 meters south of here. I think it's called Roy's Nest or something. If I'm not mistaken, it should be open late. Ah. Items that can be pawned at Bird's Nest Roy's appear in your inventory under the Items tab. You can pawn these items when talking to Roy. So, as much as I want to not take these, we don't have options, viewers. I can't get into my inventory from here, but I could show you. We could see the pawn value of most of our goods. Our bill is insurmountable. It's entirely possible to negotiate the bill low enough to do it yourself. But, my amazingly theatrical savoir-faire failure and crash, it seemed like a good thing because he took some money off, but ultimately it was just for entertainment's sake because we could have negotiated it lower. Thanks. I appreciate your help. Lieutenant nods as you take the spinners. Alright, fine. Wait, whoa. Hey, it is past time to go. So we will. Till then, folks. Till then.